Hey, welcome back everyone. We are now just a couple of months away from Star Wars Celebration, which by the way is going to be a big event for new Star Wars TV shows and movies to be announced, as well as new details about the existing Star Wars shows like The Mandalorian Season 3, the Ahsoka Tano series that's currently in the works as well as other ones out there that are really going to take fans by surprise. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way guys, I am on Twitter at Mike01 if you guys want to go ahead and give me a follow on there. I do post a couple of fun and entertaining things on there from time to time and interact with you guys further. So, the thing about all of this is that we already know that the Kenobi series is going to be by far one of the most anticipated Star Wars shows for 2022 and beyond. This show is actually labeled as an event series. Unfortunately, it is only going to be one season, just to let you guys know, in case you are hoping that it's going to be a multi-season show. That is not the case. It's going to be an event series, so basically they're treating this like a large movie. Each and every episode is going to be 1 hour completely, and it's going to be very extensive when it comes to really exploring the characters of Darth Vader, Obi Wan Kenobi, and others out there like the Inquisitors. Now, as for the official trailer, there's a lot of work being poured into the full-length trailer that is actually being put into the works by multiple trailer production companies that are actually affiliated with Disney in order to get the ball rolling for March of 2022, which is right around when the Book of Boba Fett comes to an end. So with that being said, of course, what's really all the more exciting and intriguing has everything to do with the Kenobi series. Now, the Kenobi series trailer, what's really interesting about all of this is that we have Bob Chapek really calling the shots on exactly how it's going to be marketed, exactly how the trailer is going to pretty much debut, and exactly what it's going to unveil. Now, specifically, of course, with both Disney and Lucasfilm now focused on their new Star Wars projects like Star Wars Ahsoka and even the Kenobi series, both Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are also working hard on the new Star Wars universe. It's described, however, that a trailer production company is currently putting together a full-length trailer for the Kenobi series that is actually set to drop this March, right around when the Book of Boba Fett series comes to a close. Now, it's described, however, that multiple key shots are currently being worked on for the Kenobi series trailer for 2022. One key sequence that is currently being edited for the Kenobi trailer offers an in-depth look at Darth Vader's observatory that sits on the top of the castle. Now, the scene is set to feature a rear view of Darth Vader taking off his helmet, looking out to the world of Mustafar, as spewing lava is seen in the distance with dialogue of Vader that plays over the shot, talking about sensing a presence since his defeat. Another shot entails a moment in which Obi Wan Kenobi is actually seen walking through an alleyway of a strange city with tons of neon-looking signs, and droids actually walking past and around him. The scene is set to focus on Kenobi holding his lightsaber hilt, where the shot begins to focus strictly on his hilt in great detail, showing battle damage to the actual design of his lightsaber as well. Here, Obi-Wan is wearing a brand new outfit that is primarily white this time and does not appear to be wearing a Jedi cloak of any sorts. Now, another shot that is actually in the works for the trailer is set to involve two Inquisitors with ignited lightsaber blades chasing what appears to be Kenobi on some sort of speeder that holds a brand new design that has never been seen before in the Star Wars franchise. The Inquisitors are also on speeders chasing Kenobi through alleyways on this new world that actually mimics Coruscant, followed by shots of the Inquisitors firing their blasters mounted on the speeders at Kenobi. Kenobi in this scene, believe it or not, is sporting a hood over his head while his actual saber is ignited, deflecting the blasts that are actually being shot at him. But of course, back to more Vader. Disney is actually excited to involve a special shot that will actually steal from everything else in the trailer, that involves Darth Vader masked with tons of damage to his armor, revealing his right arm and left leg exposed with the armor torn off and cracked, with Vader using the Force to lift up some kind of large Sith object in a swamp that looks just like Dagobah. This object looks like a gigantic Sith holocron of sorts. This shot in which Vader is actually banged up is likely after his battle with Obi Wan Kenobi, resorting to this world that is actually described to be very strong with the dark side of the Force, as we learned earlier this year. Now, additionally, this shot progresses to a moment in which Vader begins to divide his lightsaber into pieces, while levitating over a large rock on the swamp world. Now, Deborah Chow is making sure that fans are going to be getting tons of material of Vader deeply inspired from the Vader comic to really dive deep into the personal life as a Sith Lord and with conflict. Now, here's the thing about all of this, alright? The thing about this Kenobi series trailer, alright? I want to dive deeper into this because we're going to be getting the full-length trailer this March. It's not all that far away. 2021 is pretty much coming to an end very shortly from now. And once you're in 2022, it's just a couple of months out at that point. You know, we have, of course, Star Wars Celebration this May. They're planning to drop the Kenobi series in the same exact month. So having this full trailer in March is great marketing for a number one reason. That's right around when the Book of Boba Fett actually ends. And we heard about this time and time again, that the full-length Kenobi series trailer is going to be attached to the very last episode of the Book of Boba Fett, very similar to what they did with the Mandalorian Season 3, or should I say Season 2, and how they debuted the Book of Boba Fett at the very end of that season. So that seems to be what they're doing now. They're kind of pulling a Marvel, where each and every Marvel movie kind of teased of what's coming next. Now they're doing that with the new Star Wars shows. And I kind of like that. I gotta be honest, I think it's a great marketing move. It kind of creates a bigger incentive to check out the last episode of the show and get even more excited about the last episode of each and every show. Now, mind you, they didn't really do this with The Mandalorian Season 1 because they were just testing the waters with TV shows, and it ended up being a very positive thing. So this Kenobi series, I want to actually focus on the Darth Vader swamp scene, because this is something that we talked about a couple of months ago. You guys may recall that we talked about this particular environment that's going to be very strong with the dark side. It's not Dagobah, but it is very close to the world of Dagobah, and it is strong with the dark side. Now, we're not quite sure if this large object that looks like a Sith holocron is a Sith holocron. We're not quite sure about that, but it is triangular in nature. And it is going to actually be a main part of the actual scene. So, given that Darth Vader's all banged up and battle-scarred and has a lot of damage to his armor and his suit, it is very safe to say that this takes place after the major battle scene between both Kenobi and Darth Vader. Again, Ewan McGregor has said this time and time again. Let me just pause here for a second. He has said this time and time again, that the battle between Vader and Kenobi, it's going to be the battle of the century. Meaning that Deborah Chow and other creators associated with the Kenobi series, they're really pouring all of their heart and soul into making sure that this isn't going to feel like a low-budget, fast-paced scene or anything like that. They want to make sure that it's going to be very high-quality, high-budget, very cinematic, very movie-like as an experience for this new battle between Darth Vader and Obi Wan Kenobi. Now, sure, it's going to give a different meaning to that dialogue that Vader actually talks about in A New Hope of how, he senses something that he has not felt since. Pause, right? That's going to have a brand new meaning to it, as well as the line of dialogue, "When I left you, I was nothing but a learner." We're going to learn more about exactly what that entails and how they're going to restructure those lines of dialogue in A New Hope. So with that being said, guys, let me know what you think about all of this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. No hiding from night to moon.